Everybody, it's Ron, Workhorse Gym. Today I'm here with Richard Sifu, or Sensei Richard Bentley. Hi, Richard.
How you doing?
Hey, I want to show you guys something. Look here. Look up here. You see this? This guy, where is he? There he is. That's an actual middleweight right there. And he was the middleweight champion. Wait. Yeah, is that really you, Richard?
That was me a long time ago. I'm no longer a middleweight, but I honestly have to say that even though I did fight as a middleweight back then, I think that even though I've gained a little bit of weight in my age, I think I've learned to effectively use that weight.
Oh yeah, actually I've seen him effectively use it. So don't go to the mat with this guy, or even stand-up fight, because he'll take you to the mat. Oh, you got to know how to get back up if you're going to go with this guy. So you know, I get a lot of requests for personal or private self-defense instruction. And I really don't have time to do very much of that. I teach a lot of classes. I teach some martial arts classes. And Richard here is the Aikido instructor here at Workhorse Gym. And he does do some private lessons, self-defense. He does a lot of different martial arts. What kind of martial arts have you done, Richard?
Well, when I began back in the late 80s, early 90s, I started with Kali. And before that, even in the...
What is Kali? Is that that Filipino stick fighting stuff?
Yes, it is.
That looks like it hurts.
Swords, it does hurt. It can hurt. Let's rephrase that.
Looks like a lot of fun, though.
It's absolutely fun. Absolutely fun. There's nothing like being able to defend yourself from a stick or a sword or
all right.
Yeah, a knife.
Yeah, I guess north end of Kokomo, you might run into anything, right? So Kali, and then what else? Karate? Did I hear you did karate for a while?
I did in my younger days. I actually started when I was 12 years old in Matsumura style Shorin-ryu.
Yeah. I
did that for a little while, and then I realized that I was really looking for something a little more practical and effective. And
you wanted to hit people more?
I wanted to not get hit by
people. Oh, all right.
Yes,
Well, that's a good goal.
Yeah. So then I found the Filipino Kali. Fell in love with that instantly. It was an amazing thing. I did that, and well, as a matter of fact, I still do that.
Yeah, I've seen you do it. It looks good.
Well, I appreciate it.
You look like a samurai.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Yeah, after all that, I joined the Army. Went through that, and in 1995, I got out of the Army. I started my first dojo, the Zenshin Self-Defense Academy, in 1995 here in Kokomo.
All right. See, self-defense.
Yeah, absolutely. I started in with MMA and cage fighting. I really got into that.
Now that's back in the day before they really had rules, right?
That was when they could still pull hair.
If two guys got in the cage, one man left, right? It's sort of like Thunderdome back then.
Yeah, one guy left usually on his own, and the other guy usually had help walking out. Yeah. So I did that for many, many years, and was lucky enough to win a title.
Yeah.
And then I found, I did a lot of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu during my MMA training. I did that with several different schools.
Yeah.
And then I found Aikido.
Oh.
Actually, I found Aikido from a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class I was taking. Yeah. So I've been doing that for 15 years now.
So then you got enlightened. You're beating people up. You got enlightened. Decided Aikido was kind of a non-aggressive martial arts.
I wanted to find something that could balance out a lot of the aggression I had.
Okay.
So Aikido definitely does that. It's a very non-aggressive, passive form of self-defense.
But is it effective? I mean,
it is. You think? For me, it is very effective.
Right. So it's like all martial arts. It all depends on the way you practice it. If you practice it honestly and all that.
It is the user, not necessarily the style.
Right. But the Aikido, from what I've seen it, I study Tai Chi. And it's very similar to Tai Chi in the way there's a lot of takedowns, a lot of joint manipulation, and you let them the strong people will use their power against them.
It's manipulation.
Is that accurate?
It is manipulation of their desire to harm you.
Oh, right. Yeah, you go ahead and redirection of that. Yeah, well, that's a good goal. That way, they have to press assault charges on themselves, right?
With Aikido, we can defend ourselves very passively.
All right.
Or we can be a little more aggressive depending on what the opponent wants.
Right. So you teach private lessons that you think are effective self-defense then, and I've seen it. I can attest that what Richard does is the real thing. And you know, I've studied martial arts since I was 15 years old. That doesn't really mean that I know anything, but I've seen a lot of martial arts, and it looks legit when Richard's throwing people around on the mat. It doesn't look Hollywood at all.
Well, I try to make sure. And impart on my students that we train passively and nicely and safely.
Yeah.
But we train realistically.
All right. So effective, but you're not trying to hurt each other when you're landing.
Oh, absolutely
But
not.
it's effective still.
Absolutely.
Well, that's a great goal. Well, Richard, I appreciate your time. I'm going to post this and see so everybody knows to quit calling me all the time. I mean, you can call and just talk.
I'm available.
But Richard here, he can do it. All right. I'll see you later. Bye.
Thank you very much.